This is lab 20, example 5. We have the function f of x is equal to 3x squared minus 12x minus 36. We want to find the vertex, the x-intercepts, the y-intercept, and the range. So we're going to look first at the vertex. The vertex is going to be a point with x, y. The x value is going to come from the formula x is equal to negative b divided by 2a. We can find the y value by plugging in this x into our function up here. So our y is equal to f of negative b divided by 2a. The a and b come from the standard form of a polynomial, ax squared plus bx plus c, where our c is negative 36, our b is negative 12, and our a is 3. So plugging in, we have negative of negative 12. That's going to give us positive 12. Divide by 2 times a, which is 3. 2 times 3 is 6. 12 divided by 6 is 2. So this simplifies to 2. Now that we know what our x is, we can plug our x into this formula up here. So our y is equal to 3 times 2 squared minus 12 times 2 minus 36. So 2 squared is 4. 3 times 4 is 12. 12 times 2 is 24, so this is minus 24 minus 36. This is going to give us negative 48. So our vertex is the point 2, negative 48, like that. So moving on to our x-intercepts. Our x-intercepts are when our y is equal to 0. Our y is our f of x. So we're going to substitute 0 in for our f of x here. We have 0 is equal to 3x squared minus 12x minus 36. What we want to do is we want to solve for our x here. You can either plug this into the quadratic formula, or you can attempt to factor it. I'm going to factor it because even though our a is not 1, we can factor this 3 out from each of these terms. So this is the same thing as 3 times x squared minus 4x minus 12. And dividing by 3 on both sides, we just get 0 is equal to x squared minus 4x minus 12. And you'll notice now that our a is 1, and so this has become a lot easier to factor. So we're going to look for all of the factors of negative 12 that add to negative 4. So negative 12, we have positive 12, negative 1, we have negative 12, positive 1, we have positive 2 and negative 6, we have negative 2 and positive 6, and we have 3 and negative 4 and negative 3 and positive 4. So if we add all these up, we notice that the only one that is equal to negative 4 is 2 plus negative 6. This is equal to negative 4. So this is going to give us what our pattern is, which is x plus 2 times x minus 6. To check that you have factored that correctly, you can always FOIL it. So if we solve this equal to 0, x plus 2 is equal to 0, we get x is equal to negative 2, and x minus 6 is equal to 0, we get x is equal to positive 6. So our x-intercepts are the points negative 2, 0, and the point 6, 0. So those are x-intercepts. Moving on, we need to find our y-intercept. So our f of x, just for reference, is 3x squared minus 12x minus 36. Our y-intercept is when x is equal to 0. So we're going to substitute 0 in for each x here. So we get y is equal to 3 times 0 squared minus 12 times 0 minus 36. This term will come to 0, this term will come to 0, so we are only left with y is equal to negative 36, which means our y-intercept is the point 0, negative 36. So the only thing left to do is to find the range. The range is our possible y values. So it is, we have to look at our vertex to figure out the range. Our vertex was the point 2, negative 48. And if you graph this out, you would find that it'd be a parabola. And parabolas have two forms. They either open upwards if they are positive, or they open downwards if they are negative. Because this first term here is positive, we know that it opens upwards. And so we can kind of graph out to get a quick idea of what this graph would look like. We have our vertex here, 2, somewhere down here is negative 48. So our vertex is up here, and we open upwards like that. So if we went from bottom to top for the y-axis to look at all of our possible y values, we notice that down here we don't ever touch the graph. Down here we still don't touch the graph, but at negative 48 we touch the graph right here at our vertex. And at this point we touch the graph on both sides, and here we touch the graph on both sides. So that means that our y values that we have are from negative 48, including negative 48, to infinity.